Men, the day has finally arrived where you have a legitimate reason to masturbate. Let's talk about it. Hi guys, I'm Jay Newts. Welcome back to the channel. Before I get started, do me a favour, do yourself a favour, click subscribe and ring that great notification bell so that you know every single time that I make videos. Now, let's get into this. It's no secret that men like to touch themselves in that special place down there. Every man definitely knows that, and most girls definitely know that as well. It has been going on for centuries, it will continue to go on for centuries, it's just what us guys do. And we've heard all the excuses, we've heard all the complaints, there's jokes about it in movies, there's things on TV all the time about doctors say you must masturbate several times a week for longevity. In the old days it was, if you masturbate you'll go blind, which I think is incredible because I've never gone blind. In fact, if anything, my eyesight is rather sharp. I think I gave away a little bit too much there. But men, we now have a legitimate reason to continue this pleasurable pastime. What I'm about to tell you could be an urban myth or a bit of a conspiracy theory. Maybe perhaps it's just somebody having a little bit of fun, but maybe, just maybe, there is truth behind this story. Because an article has recently come out which states that unvaccinated sperm may fetch a price as high as 21,000% high than what is currently being paid. That's right, you heard me, 21,000%. What better reason was there to masturbate? Seriously, the article goes on to say that unvaccinated sperm might be the new Bitcoin. That's right, there is money to be made in your genes. Literally, and the best thing is, you don't even need to be a porn star. All you have to do is take yourself to your special place or your local sperm bank and start making donations. Who's going to want it most? Well, of course, it's women. Women will want it most. And why unvaccinated? Well, let me tell you a small story here. There's an article floating around somewhere that has stated that people are needed to give blood, but they are currently not taking people who are vaccinated, just in case. So they want people who are unvaccinated to give blood. Therefore, you have clean blood for a transfusion. So if that's true, then maybe, just maybe, there is some truth to this particular little rumor as well. So if you are unvaccinated, may I suggest that you look toward the future, think of your financial independence, think of how you can build yourself a wealth nest and get yourself working, if you know what I mean. There is no better way to plan for your future than right now. As I said, you now have a legitimate reason to pleasure yourself as often as you want. Just make sure that you're saving it, put it in the fridge, and wait for that time when the world is screaming out for unvaccinated sperm. Now here is something to think about. If you are serious about preserving your unvaccinated sperm for the future of humanity, then you may need to reconsider what you do with your intimate partner. For example, if you have a habit of spilling your seed all over her body, well, maybe you want to think again because that's an expensive mistake. If you're somebody who likes to have your lady, how can I say this, sample your seeds orally, I'm cleaning this up for YouTube, yes, well, perhaps you should think to yourself, that's quite an expensive drink you've got there. So maybe you should start to reevaluate what you do with your partner. Perhaps you should go back to using condoms. Save that precious seed, because you never know, one of these days, your little bit of spunk could make you a multi-millionaire. Now, as I said, this could be absolute bollocks, but there could also be some truth to this story. We live in a world where we don't really know what the truth is anymore. Sometimes things can seem so far-fetched, but they can be absolutely true. Other times things can be true, and they turn out to be completely and utterly false. So just in case, plan for the future and see what happens. And men, if your lady ever starts to complain about the amount of time that you spend pleasuring yourself, doing things away from her, or not spilling your seed all over her beautiful soft body, then perhaps you'd like to say to her, honey, I'm investing in my future. You can thank me later. I'm sure now most of you men will be very, very busy indeed stockpiling your potential wealth creation of liquid gold. Literally, liquid gold. Do me a favor now, leave me a comment below. I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think that we will ever see a huge price increase in sperm? Or do you think this is absolutely crazy? Or have you just got something funny to say about the subject? Either way, leave me a comment, I want to hear from you. In the meantime, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and don't forget, don't be a fucktard. It makes you reconsider your actions, doesn't it? I mean, next time you finish in a tissue or the toilet, you might think to yourself, that's a very expensive wank.